John McCain's position on Iraq has flip-flopped, like his position on almost every single topic there is. Now you say, well, wait a minute. Now, he's been steadfast on Iraq. This is his main thing. He wouldn't flip-flop on Iraq. Well, on the campaign trail, enthusiastically, John McCain's been saying, hey, we can stay in Iraq for 50 to another 100 years, as long as, and he says this is a very important qualifier, and that the press should focus on, that there is not that much violence against our troops, and that we have a situation like South Korea or Japan or Germany where we have bases there and we stay there for a long time, but not with active fighting, right? Well, here's a problem with that. That's not what he said in 2005. Sam Stein at the Huffington Post has uncovered some quotes of John McCain talking to Chris Matthews at the time and Charlie Rose as well, and they're both damning. Chris Matthews specifically asked him if he thought the U.S. military should set up shop in Iraq along the lines of what has been established in post-World War II Germany or Japan. And John McCain clearly said no. What he's saying now, we should. That's exactly what we should do in Iraq. In 2005, he said no. I'll give you more specific quotes as well. Matthews asked him, you've heard the ideological argument to keep U.S. forces in the Middle East. I've heard it from the Hawks. They say keep the United States military presence in the Middle East like we have with the 7th Fleet in Asia. We have the German, the South Korean component. Do you think we can get along without it? Here's McCain's answer. I not only think we can get along without it, but I think one of our big problems has been the fact that many Iraqis resent American military presence. And I don't pretend to know the exact Iraqi public opinion, but as soon as we can reduce our visibility as much as possible, the better it is going to be. Now, that's not what he's saying now. He's saying there, let's say there are 50 or 100 years, exactly like the South Korean and Japanese and German models, as long as there isn't overwhelming violence, which, by the way, of course, there's no guarantee of that at all. Furthermore, John McCain said in 2005 on MSNBC, quote, I would hope that we could bring them all home. I would hope that we would probably leave some military advisors, as we have in other countries, to help them with their training and equipment and that kind of stuff. But if that wasn't clear enough, here he is on Charlie Rose. Charlie Rose asked him, do you think that this Korea, South Korea, is an analogy of where Iraq might be? He asked that in November of 2007. So that's not that far ago, not that long back, okay? Now, remember, McCain's saying, hey, I said let's stay in Iraq because I believe in the South Korean analogy. So Rose had asked him in November of 2007, do you believe in the South Korean analogy? Here's McCain's direct answer, quote, I don't think so. No, said McCain, but I can see an American presence for a while. But eventually, I think because of the nature of the society in Iraq and the religious aspects of that, America eventually withdraws. So, when asked earlier, do you think that this Korea, South Korea, is an analogy of where Iraq might be? He said, I don't think so. Rose asked him, even if there are no casualties, he says, no. But I can see an American presence for a while, but eventually, I think because of the nature of the society in Iraq and the religious aspects of it, that America eventually withdraws. So, a clear flip-flop from John McCain on his position in Iraq. Will they be called on it? Will they talk about it as they did with Hillary Clinton, the Bosnian sniper fire? Oh, you changed your story. What are you talking about? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So far, because everybody's talking about Reverend Wright 99% of the time, nobody's gotten to this story. So we'll see if they get around to it.